Yo, greetings, guys. Greetings, and welcome to the breakdown with DJ Odyssey. Always, I'm DJ Odyssey. And yeah, man, today, without wasting time, we're breaking down a commercial, like if you want to make like a commercial house, a commercial Afro house song. Um, this is what you have to do. It's not like fully done as always, but this will give you what you need to know, man. Yo, yeah, welcome back, welcome back. As you can hear, it's a nice Afro house track. Something that man, something that you will definitely hear on radio. So I'm just trying to get you guys to do something commercial, something for radio, or something nice. So this is it. If you're still new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Uh, man, it's about to get lit, man, and what I did on this project, I used my new sample pack which dropped today. You'll get the link in the description. It's an Afro House, a premium Afro House. Let's see, a premium Afro House sample pack. It's available now. You can purchase it. It's very cheap. I'm not trying to kill you financially, and don't try to kill me financially. You understand what I mean? And if you're having difficulties buying, I'll put down what. Nah, man. I'll put down my numbers. I hope I don't regret that. I'll put down my numbers down below, and you can get to me, and then we will talk. I'll give you the bank account and everything, and then you can send me proof, and then I can email you the sample pack, and then everything becomes jo. You know what I mean? So anyway, without wasting time, man, I'm not trying to take up all your time in this tutorial. I just want to break it down fast, and then so that you can learn what I'm saying. And then yeah, man, as usual, pattern number one, it's always the drums, and this is how the drums sound. So this time I'm running the song with a snare, not with a tom as I normally do. So so it's a snare and a shaker and a kick. So it's a kick at the beginning, goes straight, and then you have a snare coming in with some reverb on it. You can hear some nice reverb to give it that vibe. And then there's a shaker here, which I chose in my sample pack, my new sample pack, and then it goes like, you can hear it's a bit longer, as you can see. And then there's another shaker which is not long, so it supports the kick. Basically it supports the rhythm of the song, so basically you can actually hear how you want your song to be. So normally I just put something like that to make sure that I understand how I want the song to be, like in terms of the rhythm of the song. And then from there we have what we call the toms. As usual, the toms are important to me. They should be important to you too, man. And they sound like this. They're so simple. They also give the rhythm of the beat. So it's 3 types of toms. And this one. And then you'll find these toms in my sample pack when you buy it. But anyway, you can also find toms somewhere. They're always good. And then I just chose the ones which I know I use the most. And then I created a nice sample pack. And then on this, we have the congas and the bongos. So basically we have the percussions. So and they sound like this. Yeah, they sound like that. Yeah, the reason why, like, I just created something that's loopy, like somebody's actually playing. You can when it comes to my percussions, I like to make them sound like they were being played like live, even though they don't sound as live as I would want them to be. Like now, a little bit of more mixing, I will probably get it right. But for now, this is it. This is nice. And then, yeah, man, it's a conga. It's not a loop, people. It's a conga. And the other one comes in. And the next one comes in again just after that. And this one, it's and then there's this one. It's more of a hit though. And you have a nice rhythm. Excuse me. And what's next is my sound effects, right? It's here. Comes once, and then there's another snare that comes in at the end here. So the first, it's a clap with some reverb, a lot of reverb. And then when you come here, when it comes here, it's a snare. Just to give the song that feel, that, what do we call it? A nice feel. I don't know what to call it, but it just makes it sound nice, And I'm saying this for the second time because I said this the same way last time when I said something about that. I just don't know how to explain it, but I just love it. I just love it how it sounds. So I always make it like that. And then we have a pattern for the claps. So if you notice with me on my production is I like to have what do we call this? A pattern with my kick and my first, it's like a loop, right? Like the first pattern, it looks like a nice loop that I create to get the rhythm of the song. And the next pattern, if I put the toms, like now I put only the toms in that pattern, and then again I have a clap, I'll only put claps in a pattern, and I'll put percussions on another pattern. I like to have my stuff sounding like it's a live thingy, For now, I did not shift anything. I like to shift stuff. Like if I come to the snare, so I would normally do this. Maybe let me put a metronome on this, and then maybe on this snare, there's a snare here instead of a clap, right? So this snare, I'll probably come here and give it a little shift so that it doesn't hit at the same time. So let's hear. You see that little delay on the snare, it's important so that the snare becomes the main attraction, sort of, it, if you understand what I'm saying. Then, so now the next pattern is a bass line. I used GMS. Okay, I did not automate it yet, but this is how it sounds like then. So the song is on C major or E minor. So this is E minor. This is where it's at. So it's on C major, E minor thingy, and then that's how it sounds. And then not E minor, A minor. Sorry, C major, A minor, and then I use GMS analog buzz number 220, and then that's how it sounds. Like for now. The cutoff, I took it a little bit low because I knew I wanted to automate it. So somewhere in the song when I automate this, and it will go like. So for now, I made it like a bass line which closes down the lows of the song. Make sure that there's lows in the song, and then yeah. That's it. And the next pattern, I had to come into expand, and this is what I actually started the song with, basically the chords of the song. And they sound like this. So inside expand, I use Celeste, and then it sounds like this. This is the MIDI file, and then. Don't worry, people. There's a lot of MIDI files. Not a lot of MIDI files in the sample pack, but there's some MIDI files in the sample pack. Some people ask me to actually add MIDI files, some chord progressions, MIDI files in the sample pack. So I did. So doing that, I was supposed to actually take the price higher, but I decided, you know what? I'll keep my sample packs at the same price. If I increase, they will all increase, and probably next year. So I don't know, The next thing was a string, but so you come to classical. I mean, Nexus people come into classical, and then Hollywood violins, and then. So now, one of the most important things about the string is that I played only one. Like it's like a bass line, but it's not a bass line. Because I had to cut off some lows. So I had to cut off some lows here and a lot of highs. So this is a spatial, it's a parametric, that's why they call it a parametric EQ basically. Like parametric EQ. So you give each and every sound like what, a space in the parametric space. I don't know what I said, but it sounded right. That whatever that I just said, and then everything occupies a space. The bass line occupies the lows, and then this string will come. It occupies not the highs, but kind of the mid lows, and then the low mids, something like that, and then that's what it is. And then the next thing. It's a pad, I think. So the pad, I have to play it from here because there's an automation there which makes it not play a whole. So this is the pad. It plays the same chords, and then this is the EQ of the pad. Remember that string was here, and then the pad is a little bit. The pad occupies at least here, that string occupies here and the bass occupies here. I'm still gonna have another string that will occupy here. I'm still gonna have some things occupying the other spaces, and then so that's the pad. And then let's go to pattern mode, and then the name of the pad was Blue Mist from Purity. And then let's get to another pattern. This is the string. It sounds like this. I got the string from Expand. It's the first string from the strings, that bigger legato strings, and then it sounds like this. Also plays the same chords, and then can you tell like how that other string was occupying here? The pad occupies this bass. Now the string comes over here, and then the pad was over here. That other string was over here, and then the bass is over here, and then now you get to see what I'm dealing with. And then it sounds like this. The string, and those are the chords. And I told you which one it was, and then I decided, now let's play something on top of the beat, at least some melody inside. This is the only melody I did, but the truth of the matter is you need at least 2 more melodies or 3, depending. But I'm not saying it, like some melodies will not be full, will be like Bob, like maybe a brass or something coming in, and then you add maybe another guitar or something. So there's a plug from Nexus. So it's a plug, but it's written mute guitar. So it plays like a mute guitar, and it sounds like this. And that's how it sounds. And if I have to show you the EQ, because now people mixing, it's all about EQing, and then so it also occupies a little bit more to the highs, a little bit, so that you can actually hear it. And then so every sound that comes in occupies its own space. And then I think that's it. That's all we have on this thing in terms of MIDI. And then excuse me, so we'll get to the audios. As you already know, I don't like using a lot of loops, but the loop that I used was a kind of a shaker, but a tambourine loop, and it goes, and you will find this in my sample pack. And then the other loop, it's my vocal, which is also in the sample pack. So it was a little bit longer, so I chopped it a little. So I chopped like places which I thought they were kind of nice for this beat, and then that's why you have something like this. So you can treat it as a vocal chop, and that's what the vocals are there for, so that you can be able to have enough room to actually create some vocal chops. And then you don't have to take the whole, what do we call this? A lot of people already made some tracks with my piano sample pack, and they found some loops, some vocal loops inside, and then they took the whole thing and then they made songs. It's okay to do that, but for me, I don't think you actually have to do it like that. Like, well, there's no rules into this, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm just saying sometimes you just need to make sure that you get you chop it nicely to where it actually sounds nice, and then you create a nice environment for your beat. Like if you listen to this, the ambient in the vocal gives you a nice feel to the beat, and then the beat becomes nice, and you can still have a vocalist come in and sing while there's this vocal going down. So this vocal behind works very nicely, and then everything works out fine. And then in terms of what I did with the EQing and the reverb, so the EQ, I had to chop it a little. I did not want it to be as how it sounds. So someone would prefer to have the highs. So if you listen closely, it works on a lot of points in there. So you can actually choose on the EQ where you want the vocal to be. And then, so I chose a little bit chopping a little bit, but it still sounds nice at what do we say, at the highest, the treble or something. And then you have a very nice song at the end of the day. But I still believe that it needs a vocalist to come and actually sing on it and make a greater song. And then this sums up the whole tutorial on this. And if you're wondering what's in the sample pack, right? So you have these Afro house drums, the basic stuff, the clap cymbals, kit. There's a drum kit inside. So you can actually make a nice drum loop from just this. And then there's kicks, some nice kicks, percussions. You have rim shots, shakers, snares, whatever, the basic stuff. Some voxes, so you can have you can add such things, and it's up to you. And these are the drums, and you have the loops. You have some nice drum loops. There's 25 drum loops. Can you hear like this? Very nice. So these were created by me for you guys. If you want to buy the sample pack, you can go and buy it. There's like melody loops. So these are like for nice to start basic music, and then it's up to you. I have some shaker loops, nice. And then now the vocal loops, the same one, like that vocal loop that I was using in the song, it's in here. So you can, these are loops. I'm just chopping them. So you can actually hear that there's nice things, and then there's MIDI files, and then some effects, some one shots, and then and a couple of things in here. And then I think that is it. I think I've explained the sample pack, and then you guys can go out and get it. I hope you learned something from the tutorial, and then I'll see you on my next tutorial. And everything is linked in the description. And yeah, man, holla at me, holla at you, man. Let's make music. So what should I play this? Yeah.